Hey everybody, it's Jordan. Welcome back to AfroLivity. Today I'm going to be doing a Christmas themed episode and we're going to be making mince pies. They're very easy, only going to be using a handful of ingredients here and they're going to taste brilliant. So yeah, stay tuned, follow through. Let's do this.
Okay, so firstly you'll want to measure yourself out about 250 grams of regular plain white flour. This will make enough mince pies for a family, depending on how large you want to make them. Then you'll want to add about 60 grams of dairy-free shortening. So you can buy a brand called T-Rex or Trex from any decent supermarket in the UK, and that does the job perfectly. Then here, what you want to do is essentially just mix that shortening into the flour until the mixture resembles the texture of breadcrumbs. Oh, and this is what T-Rex or Trex looks like, just so you know what you're looking for in the supermarket. It's usually kept next to the butter in the dairy aisle, so keep an eye out there. And then, in order to give my pastry that lovely sweet flavour, I added about 60 grams of palm sugar. Now, if you don't know what palm sugar is, it's just the sap that comes from palm trees. It's a lovely natural alternative to using white or brown sugar, and it's got a brilliant caramel-like flavour. Palm sugar plays a really important part in many different cuisines across Africa and in Asia. Now, here's some ice cold water that I just took out of the freezer. I had this chilling for the past few minutes while we were preparing the rest of the pastry. Add some ice cold water to the mixture little by little and mix it in each time up until the pastry is at the right consistency. If you find that you've accidentally added a little too much water, just add some more flour to the mixture and mix it up again up until the pastry is back at the right consistency.
Okay, so what I've done now, I've lightly dusted the surface, obviously clean, and I've got my pastry here and I'm going to roll it out to about 2-3 millimeters and then we're going to start assembling the pies. Alright, so the pastry's all done. I'm going to take one of these jars, essentially use it to punch out some holes in the pastry, like so. These will essentially be the size of our mince pies. Alright, so as you can see, we've now put the pastry circles that we cut into these muffin cases, and I put them into ramekins just to ensure that they keep their shape once we bake them. I don't have a muffin tray or anything fancy like that, so this is the next best thing. And now is the time to fill up with this mincemeat. I bought this Robertson's mincemeat, which I'm now going to place into each of these ramekins, and then I'm going to use the remaining pastry I have to cut out some nice shapes and put them over on top to cover the mince pie. Then all that's left is to put it in the oven. So let's go. Okay, so the mince pie is all nice and filled and assembled. Yeah, if anybody has any comments about the design, you know, take the beef up with somebody else. I'm a theoretical physicist by trade, not an artist. Anyway, they're all done. So I've now got them ready to go into the oven. So put them in at about 200 degrees Celsius, that is, for about 15 minutes. I've also garnished, as you may be able to tell, the mince pies with some plant milk. You can use whichever is your favourite, cashew milk, oat milk, almond milk, soy milk, whichever. This garnish just helps it to brown a bit in the oven and stops the pastry from drying out. So I'm going to put it in and we'll check it in 15 minutes or so. Alright, so it's been about 15-20 minutes. I've just taken them out. Now as you can see, these are pretty standard. If you want to add some confectioner's sugar to it, you can, or some caster sugar you can glaze on the top. I like them like this. So I've taken these out of the ramekins just to allow them to cool down a bit and to stop them from getting a bit soggy in the container. And yeah, once those have cooled down, I'm going to tuck in and I'm going to enjoy these. There we are, the taste test. Man, that's good. Man, that was incredible.
Well, yeah, those are the vegan mince pies. I hope you enjoyed that recipe from me at AfroLivity. Please like, comment and subscribe. Share them with your friends. And hey, try out being plant-based this Christmas. Fill us up, one love, and I'll see you in the next episode.